Now, if you ever had anything like this happening in your Acura, in the chance that you're experiencing buzzing or ignition won't turn on, car won't turn on, and you're hearing that buzzing, that clicking sound behind the steering wheel, there is only one thing that is most common on these older Acuras that you might want to check out, and that is ignition switch. Let me show you why. Now, the reason why sometimes stuff like this happen is because you have an ignition switch on most of these Acuras, older Acuras, somewhere around either on the top or on the bottom of the steering column. I'm pretty sure mine is underneath here. When you turn on the ignition cylinder, that's what turns on that switch, sends it to the starter, starter turns on the car. Boom, you already know. So this is what it looks like. I bought this from A Premium. Quicker, cheaper, faster. So say hello to Roxy. Right now we're gonna take off the plastic that's behind the steering wheel. It only takes up by 2-3 Phillip heads. Take off the bottom, and then you take off the top, and your ignition switch should be right here. Grab a Phillips, grab a magnetic plate just in case. Let's put it right here. And then again, 3 Phillips underneath here. Now that you removed all 3 Phillips, time to remove the plastic underneath here. One thing to note, grab a Phillips or something to pry off the plastic behind the steering wheel. So now that you remove the top part, for this RDX, there's 2 screws that connect these 2 together. I kind of just ripped it apart, but I mean, it still should be able to latch back together thanks to these tabs right here. So this should still be put together. That's on you if you want to go ahead and take off the steering wheel and get these 2 screws that are back here. Me, I said, fuck it. I mean, it's just plastic, whatever. It had to come out anyways. So yeah. So you remove this part down here. And let me, boom, put this plastic down here. And where you're gonna see the ignition switch is this guy right there. So we're gonna disconnect this orange little tab that's right here and pull this guy out. What you're gonna do is pull down this little tab that's right here, and this should pop out. This little orange or tan, there you go. This right here, this is what connects to the ignition switch right here. And then I think you're going to have another Phillips. Yes, you're going to have another Phillips right there. If you could see where I'm flashing, right there. So we're gonna take that off as well. Isn't this lovely? Let me get the longer Phillips. Okay, I'm struggling here. Let me pause the video and let me get the screw out. All right, change of strategy. Using a small ratchet with a Phillips flex head or hex head right here. And we're gonna try to take it off that way. All right, once you have the bolt out, now you can go ahead and take off the switch. I forgot to mention, well, not that I forgot, well, yeah, I forgot to mention that there's another stupid ass screw right there. Yep, that guy right there that you see. So you gotta unbolt the one that you just saw me unscrew, and then the one on the bottom, and then that should be able to be popped off. All right, once you take off both the Phillips here and here, you can just go ahead and mother. Anyways, manufacture date September 2nd, 07. And this is a 2008 Acura, so they had this since the longest. So this is the OEM from Honda Acura themselves. And so, yeah, this is trash. So then now what we're gonna do is we're going to grab the one that we bought from A Premium and put it on the car. Yeah, I know. Carrier messed up the box, but as long as they didn't mess up the switch, that's all that matters. So yeah, this is the new ignition switch. Want to make sure that it matches the old one. Yep, same connector, pins, everything, right? Okay, everything matches. And so let's put it right on top of there. See that right there? That needs to match that hole right here. So we're gonna go ahead, slide it. Let's see if we could rotate this. Okay, rotate it, making sure that it matches the car, or the way it has the input here, using a flathead. Not sure if you're supposed to be doing that, but anyways. Oh, actually, you know, better yet, instead, well, it's already in there. I was gonna tell you to just connect this cable first, but it's in there. Now, before you assemble everything, you want to make sure that the car starts up right away. So that's what we're gonna do right now. All right, let's go ahead and start up the car. Oops. Baby, let's go. It's powered on, just like that. See? Turn it off. Okay, and one more time. Easy, simple. Don't have to worry about anything else. I mean, I would check fuses and stuff first, but most likely every time that the car is buzzing, doing that little humming sound, it's always gonna be this ignition switch that's underneath the steering wheel. So this is the culprit. That's the problem with your car not starting up right away. Well, that's it, guys. Hopefully that helps for all of you guys with Honda Acuras, CRVs, RDXs, TLs, Accords, whatever that has to do with Honda Acura and is doing the little buzzing, humming, is this guy right there. Thank you guys for watching.